Hello all, welcome to this brand new video in the SEO Mastery course. In this video, we'll learn about how to find blogs for commenting and dropping backlinks from. As you might already know, blogs are a great source for getting backlinks from, and a lot of people have been using this particular technique not only to get backlinks from but also to get traffic from. Blog commenting has its advocates and also its critics, but I would say if you use it the right way, it can be very beneficial for your backlinking and your SEO in general. One of the biggest benefits of using blogs and especially the blog comments as a backlink source is it provides great link diversity and also helps in diluting your anchor text diversity also. Apart from that, the biggest advantage of blog comments is that it can help you steal or rather divert traffic from the blogs you're commenting on. It can also be your competitors for that matter. And also, it helps you with deep linking your own website. You can use it to link it to your homepage, or you can use it to link it to your blog post within your entire website or any other page for that matter. So in order to deep link your own website for your own link diversity, your anchor text diversity, and also building traffic, blog commenting is a great technique, but in the recent past it has been abused, and Google had released an algorithmic update which kind of penalized blog commenting spam. So does that mean that you should not be using blogs or rather the blog comments for backlinking? Not quite. If you use it the right way, if you put your backlinks in the right blogs, then it can be extremely beneficial for you. So let's find out how to find these blogs where you can place your backlinks on. So before we proceed into learning how to find these blogs, let's try and understand what are the biggest and most popular blog platforms out there on the internet. The obvious one is WordPress. In fact, WordPress powers more than 28% of the websites on the internet, which is quite big if you ask me, and quite substantial. And a lot of websites are powered by WordPress, including the really big companies out there. So a lot of these websites also have comments open wherein you can put in your links and build backlinks to your website through these comments also. The second one is Blogger. Although a lot of people, initially at least people who start off with blogging, try to get into Blogger and try to set up a blog there, a lot of people have not used it as a self-hosted service. Even then, you might come across certain blogs which have this as the CMS, and you can drop in blogs here, but I see that a lot of people use this CMS rather to build contextual links wherein you can post a blog and build links within the text itself rather than using the comment section to build links. But nevertheless, it's out there and it's a great opportunity for you to build backlinks from. Next one, new kid on the block is Medium. Again, Medium is very similar to Blogger and a great resource to build contextual links rather than comment links. But even then, if you don't want to build contextual link but still just drop in comments, Medium is a great place to do so. It can help you drive really high quality traffic to your blog. Next one is Tumblr. Tumblr is usually most popular with the younger generation, and they tend to use Tumblr a lot more because it's more appealing to them. And again, rather than using it for comments, I recommend you to open a blog or just put a blog post with unique content on it and drop in some contextual links on your blog post. The last one is Wix, not the most popular one out there, but I see a lot of people using it. So these are some of the most popular blog platforms, but considering WordPress having the majority share in terms of the websites itself, 28% of the websites is powered by WordPress, like I mentioned before. So it would actually make sense for you to see how to find websites built via WordPress where you can drop in comments and build links from. So that is what we'll be primarily focusing on. But the techniques that I mentioned here can be used pretty much for any blog platforms that is mentioned here. In fact, the techniques I mentioned here can be used for any platform for that matter, not just blogging. It can be used to find out any website where you can drop links on. So let's just quickly jump in and find out what kind of techniques you can use to find these blogs. So before we proceed, there is one very important thing you need to understand, and that is with whatever platform or CMS a particular website is built on, it leaves a footprint, it leaves a trail behind it, which for us digital marketers helps us in finding those websites. So it is actually an advantage for us. So if it is built in WordPress, there are certain footprints that a website leaves saying that it is built on WordPress. If it is built on vBulletin, it leaves a footprint. It tells that it's built on vBulletin. If it's built on, say, Blogger, same thing. There are different footprints for each of these platforms, and we are going to take advantage of these footprints to find websites for ourselves and try to get as many websites as possible to build backlinks on. So what is the footprint? Also, there is one more very important thing that you need to know is that you need to try and find websites or blogs which are relevant to your own website or the industry that you're operating in. What this will ensure is that not only will you get a relevant backlink from, which is definitely a good thing to have, also it will help you in diverting quality targeted traffic from these other blogs, because these other blogs are already attracting targeted traffic for the keywords that you are trying to rank for, or they are in the same industry as you are in. So the target audience that they are attracting will be very, very similar to your website too. So these two things keep in mind. Remember the footprint that you want to target, and you have to try and target the industry that you are in and try to find blogs which are operating in your industry. So I'll show you an example of how to do this. One of the biggest footprint a WordPress blog will have is leave a reply. Now, in under every blog post, they'll have the text saying leave a reply, which is basically an invitation to leave a comment below the blog post. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a keyword that I'm trying to target for and use this particular footprint to find myself a website. I'll quickly go into Google and show you how this is done. So as you can see here, my keyword is digital marketing, and the footprint that I'm using here is leave a reply. And this has basically given me all these websites wherein I can drop links at. And what I've also done is I have installed the Moz bar. I will be talking about this later also in the video, but just go to the Chrome web store and install this plugin called Moz bar. It will give you a quick overview of the most important metrics for a particular website, like the DA and PA, as you can see here. And this will help you in trying to understand what are the kind of websites you should be even trying to get links from. If I were you, I would not try to get a link from a website which is below domain authority, say 30 or even 25 for that matter. Say for example, this is one website that I might probably skip, because even if I get a link from this website, it's not going to hold a lot of value. The Moz bar also has other benefits, which I'll be talking about later. But this is basically how you look for blogs or websites which are operating in your industry and have left a certain footprint. Then what you basically do is open up the website and try to drop in a link there. So as you can see here, this is the footprint that Google has picked up, and this obviously is talking about digital marketing and all of that. But I am not going to leave a comment here because there is no website field here where I can drop my link. So there is no point in wasting my time on this particular website. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly show you how it's going to look ideally on any other website. It should ideally have the name, website, and the comment, obviously. So without the website part or the URL part, there is no way for you to drop a link apart from putting it in the comment section itself. So the way to drop your link is put in your name, put in your email, put in your website. Your website can be your homepage or any URL of your website, and just put in your comment. Later in the video, I'll be teaching you how to craft a well-written comment also. So in the name, ideally you should be using your own name or a pseudonym that you will be or rather a pen name that you will be using. But a lot of people would also recommend you to use the name as the anchor text or the keyword you are trying to rank for. Please don't do this, because number one, it looks very spammy, and it is highly unlikely for your comment to get approved and for you to gain a backlink from it. So this is basically how you drop a link using the comment section on these websites. I will show you many more footprint and keyword combination like this, so that you can find better and better keywords like this. So that was one example of a keyword and a footprint combination, and these are different ways you can use the same combination, and these are some of the different footprints that you can use. Going back to the first example we had, keyword plus leave a reply, you can also make it a slightly more specific, saying in URL :keyword plus leave a reply. What this basically does is Google goes and fetches all the websites which has your keyword in the URL, which is self-explanatory if you ask me, the way it is written out. Also, the next one is similar to the other one, which is in title. So Google will go and fetch all the websites which has your keyword in the title plus the footprint leave a reply. Now when you do this, you might find a lot more relevant websites to drop your links on. Also, you might observe that I have put most of the things in double quotes. The reason why this is done is when you put it like this, this is an exact match, and Google will go and find websites which has mentioned this phrase, or any phrase for that matter, in exactly that specific order, and that is what exactly you should be looking for. I think I mentioned this in my previous video, so I would suggest you go watch them if you haven't. Also, you can use multiple permutation and combination of the same technique, which is keyword plus your email address will not be published, keyword plus add new comment, keyword plus please log in to post comments. This is a great footprint if you ask me, because the probability of spam is very less here, because people have to register on that site, then log in again and then drop a comment. So if it's a great website, if you have to do this, I strongly suggest you to take this extra 2 steps and go ahead and register and log in and then drop comments on. Same thing with the other footprint, and also you can make it slightly more specific, because leave a reply, I have come across certain websites which are not powered by WordPress but still have this particular footprint. So if you really want to go for WordPress and you want to use this particular footprint, then you can add another footprint called powered by WordPress. So these are some of the footprints that you can use. You can do multiple permutation combination, mix and match all of these things, and see what are the kind of results you get, and aim for websites which has a good domain authority, at least 25 to 30, and then go ahead and try to drop your link from. Now let's find out what are some of the things that you need to keep in mind while you go out there and comment on these particular blogs. So here are a few things that you need to keep in mind before you go out there and look for blogs and websites where you can drop your links at. The first thing is you can use the Moz bar not only to find the domain authority and the page authority, but also to find out if the website allows do follow or no follow links in the comment section. So I'll quickly jump into Google and show you how this is done. So basically I'm on Deepak's blog right now, as you can see, and I've already installed Mozbar, and you can basically go to the Chrome web store and like install this plugin. It's pretty straightforward, and this small little square will come here. This means that the Mozbar is not active, so you basically have to click it, so it'll turn blue, and these are all the things that will show up once it is active. So the way for you to find out the do follow and no follow links is basically you click on this highlight links, which has a pen icon. You click on it and you click on followed and no followed. So as you can see, all the green ones are followed and all the pink ones are no followed. So all the internal links on Deepak's blog are followed links. As you can see here, there's one more here and a few more here. So what I am trying to find out is if this particular blog will allow do follow links in the blog section. Unfortunately, it doesn't, so which is why it is pink in color right now. So this is one good way to find out whether a blog allows do follow links in the comment section. Please bear in mind that less than 10% of the blogs out there allow do follow blog comments to go through. So don't sweat too much. Like mentioned before, this is a great method to diversify your link profile as well as your anchor text profile. It is not exactly a method to get do follow links, but if you do find a do follow blog, use it, treasure it for future use, and make like a collection of these do follow blogs. So this is the way you find out. This is a very simple way to find out whether a particular blog has do follow comments or no follow comments. The next one is to use search tools to get fresh blogs. So this is a method wherein you use to get blogs which are freshly updated and or a website you might not have dropped the link on yet. So again, I'll quickly like jump into Google and show you exactly how to do this. So I'm going to use the same example that I'd used earlier, which is digital marketing plus leave a reply as the footprint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover over here to tools, click on it, and you can see all these things come here, and you can choose country or time. So time is something that is most important for me, which shows that either the blog or the website is relatively new or it has been constantly updated quite often. So either you can choose past week or past month. So Google will show only those websites which have been indexed in the past 1 month once you select this option. So which is a great way to find out. Great. So in fact, the website we were looking for has been indexed pretty recently. And as you can see, most of the other blogs are very new, and all of these websites have been indexed and ranked on the first page in the past 1 month alone. So this is a great way to like find out really fresh websites and blogs, and also highly updated blogs and websites. Next thing is to make a comment as a reply and not a basic generic comment. Imagine you're talking to the author when you're writing that reply, so you have to add value to whatever he has written. Imagine yourself in the shoes of the author. He would have spent so much time and effort in writing that piece of content, and if you think that you can just jump in and say something like very nice blog post and expect it to get approved, there is a very high chance this won't happen. So speaking of which, you need to understand that a lot of websites have comment moderation on, wherein when you drop a link, your comments will go into moderation and the admin will choose whether to approve or disapprove your comment. Most of the blogs are like this. There are quite a lot of blogs which are auto moderated or auto approve rather. And I would try to stay away from these kind of blogs as much as possible, because they will usually be spammed to death, and the number of links on these blogs will be so high that even if you get a link on these blogs, it wouldn't make much of a difference. So again, coming back to the point, comment as though you're replying or conversing with the author or the blogger himself. When you talk to him, add value to whatever he has written, if you can make the article better, if you can link to different resources, he will actually approve your comment and you can actually gain a backlink from it. I see this a lot. A lot of people think that the only way to get approved from the author is to just agree with whatever he's saying. Not necessarily. Sometimes if you bring in a different point of view, a different opinion from others, you might get approved as well, because these kind of different opinions and the perspectives brings in a lot of conversation from other people also, and authors, especially me, we love when people try to get very active in the comment section and start talking on various topics, and various opinions are put forward. So don't fret to disagree with the author with whatever he has written. It's okay to say that, hey, I am so sorry to tell you that you might be wrong here. I feel that this is the way it should be done. A lot of people, really good authors, respect your opinion, respect your perspective, and will actually approve your comment because of this alone. And your objective here is to attract a reply from the author. And the way to do this is to ask questions. So again, refrain yourself from asking questions like what theme are you using and stuff like that. It's really stupid to be asking such questions, because people know that you don't really intend to know what theme he's been using. So rather it would be you can either ask an opinion on a matter which is related to whatever is already written, or you can ask a question on whatever is written itself. So that way, not only is the author prompted to approve your comment, he will actually reply to your comment. You can actually have a conversation in the comment section. Great way to build a relationship also. So once you build this relationship, not only will you get a no-follow link probably in the comment section, but probably later on you can pitch for a guest post through which you can probably win a do-follow link. So try to put a comment across in such a way that it might attract a reply from the author. Last but not the least, don't worry too much about do follow and no follow. Honestly speaking, it's okay as long as you're getting links. I would, especially with blog comments, not many blogs out there have do follow enabled, but still I would not completely ignore it or neglect this particular technique of building backlinks, plainly because it is such a great tool to diversify your link profile and an excellent tool to divert traffic from those blogs. So if you have a great comment which has a conversation going on, people will notice it. People will hover over your name and click on the link and actually will be coming to your website. And that way, if you have enough comments, you will be getting so much referral traffic that you might not even want to rank for a particular keyword, but you'll still be getting so much traffic, very targeted traffic, that too. So don't worry too much about do follow and no follow. Just go out there and try to build a conversation. More importantly, try to build a relationship with the blogger, and slowly, eventually rather, you can then pitch in for a guest post through which you can earn your do follow backlink. So that's pretty much it for this particular video. Go out there and try to do this as often as possible, because I have used this in the past and I really think that it adds a lot of value to your backlinking exercise and adds a lot of value to your SEO also. So go out there and try to get as many blogs as possible, try to find as many blogs as possible, experiment as much as possible, and I'm sure that you'll find great blogs to place your backlinks on. So I'll be seeing you in the next video. Hopefully this video was informational to you. Let me know what you think about this video either in the Facebook group, or you can drop me a mail at sanjay@digitaldeepak.com. Thank you and see you in the next video.